Welcome back to another Tom's Tea Time with Woodstock Wookiees. We are continuing our Carbonite versus 5 regular packs. These are from Ashes, bought at the same time. So we've been doing pretty good. The idea here is to have equal value in terms of MSRP. So one of these puppies is 300 bucks, and 5 packs times 12 Carbonite equivalents. It brings you up to 300 bucks there as well. So 300 is kind of like our target. Can we get that back out of the cards we opened? And so far we've been doing pretty awesome. So as a refresher, first week the totals with the carb was $198.06. Regular was $45.03. Then week 2, Carbonite was only $16.87, but the regular was also $45.55, which brings the regular total to $90.58, and the carb to $214.93. Kind of cool. Those are pretty high numbers. I don't know that we'll maintain that through all these weeks, but without further ado, let's hop on into it. I kind of had fun last week where we started with the carb, kind of give a benchmark of, all right, let's beat this. So let's try that again. Carbonite pack from the left side this time as we go in. We'll open this up. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, look at that. A hyperspace Grogu this time. Ooh, there we go. Take a look at that hyperspace art. Awesome. No bases in these, so we're hopping right into the hyperspace commons. Got Display of Strength. Slot number 3, Heroic Purgle. An event with buy time. Wookiee Chieftain. Remnant Lookouts. Yeah, we're into our uncommons now. The Mandalorian Flagship is another uncommon. Seems pretty good if you got a bunch of Mandalorians out. Reckoning. Interesting. Dealing damage from damage. Pair that with some grit. How about that? Enoch is what I believe is our rare slot. Letting you cheat out some cards. Ooh, look at that. Bo-Katan's Gauntlet. This is not a foil, so tier 1, but hey. That's pretty sweet. I like the art on that. Some people don't like the big wording. I do. I think it's awesome. I like the kind of movie frame or film type framing that they do on it and everything. It just looks awesome. Love the prestige this set. But yeah, this is a pretty sweet card too. Creating all kinds of Mandalorian tokens. More or less allowing your field not to shrink, at least not easily. Ooh, nice. This time we do get a rare in the foil. So Reckless Sacrifice. Nice cheap way to do 5 damage, though you are discarding cards. Pointless to Resist. Now we're into our uncommons. And now commons for the rest of the carb. Strike Team Vanguard. Preparation as an upgrade. Death Trooper Squad. And back to the beginning. So I think this is a week where we're Maybe not going to be hitting super high values, which is, to be expected from the last time. But I got to say, not too shabby of the hit rate getting, I guess, 4 rares in the pack, right? Grogu's a rare as well. So for the carb hits, that's not terrible. No legendary this time, but I also am not surprised by that because I think, let me take a look at my notes here real quick. Yeah. We got 3 legendaries out of the last 2 packs, I think. So I expect a pack or 2 going forward to be legendary lists for a while on this. But hey, I'm 4 rares. That's getting kind of close. But it was only a tier 1 prestige, which you could pull from here. We already did pull a prestige, I think, week 1, so unlikely we'll pull another, but you never know. It's at the top of the pack. It's 1 in 18, so maybe we'll find another. Speaking of, let us hop on in. So going left, right, and I'll just keep doing that down the box. Into pack number 1 of the 5 regular to compare. What do we got? We got ourselves a Balin. Buffing up a unit if it's by itself. And gives it Sentinel on the flip. Comes out at 5 as a 4/6. It's not too shabby. Probably my favorite base there, the Emperor's Throne Room. Our commons. Nebulan Frigate with some good old healing on 5 resources. Grit Dude. 4 cost 5/4. The Duchess's Protector, creating a Mandalorian token. Our Hyperspace common. The Alamite Hunter, the 1/4 Overwhelmed Dude. Oh, hey, it's another double common Hyperspace pack. I like getting those. Forest Patroller is our second one. 3/4 with Overwhelm and Restore. I mean, that's decent. Plus it's on Endor. Love that. Mandalorian Scout. Another common. The Star Viper here, giving some Restore with Initiative. I think that's a reprint. Diplomatic Pageantry. Jack Black on there. Fang Fighter Squadron. Support keyword there. And our foil is a common in this pack. Blurg. Support and Overwhelm. At the right time, that could be very useful. Scion Shuttle. Support debuffing the opponent. Could see some strategy there. Hold them off as our next uncommon. Kind of a overwhelming barrage-ish light. 1 cost less, doesn't give the buff, and limited to its own arena, but could be useful. The Remnant Lookouts. I think we had that in our carb pack. And Wicket is our rare. 1 cost 3/3 with Saboteur. How about that? Can't attack bases, but for 1 cost, do you need them to? Pretty cool. Alright, so that was our first pack with the Wicket. Take a quick tea break. Good stuff. Okay, on to pack number 2. These are still opening very nicely. Look at that. A rare leader with a Bo-Katan. If you control unit in each area, you can create a Mandalorian. Deploys out is kind of like the Mandalorian version of Avar, right? Where it's 10 minus the number of friendly Mandalorian units, of which Mandalorian tokens are. So if you can get some hefty Mandalorian token generation, Bo-Katan can come out quite a bit earlier. And then buffs them all power +1, and on attack, if you control a unit in each arena, create a Mandalorian token. Pretty awesome. If you can get her to flip, just boom. Keep popping those guys out. Speaking of, here's our castle. As a base. Good art. All right, our commons. Exploit advantage. Defeat and upgrade and draw cards. All right. Perseverance. Heal 3 damage and give a shield. Inspired recruit. 1 cost 3/1. Not quite as good as Wicket, but hey, can attack bases. Creating Mandalorian tokens, so some synergy there with Bo-Katan. The B-Wing rear guard. You know, if you're going to have ground and space with Bo, might as well make it a Space Sentinel. Warrior's Legacy. Creating Mandalorian token. Hey, this pack is all kinds of synergy with that leader. Covert Veteran, another Mandalorian. 2 cost 3/2 with hidden. Unsanctioned Patrol. 4/4 support and saboteur. That saboteur, a supported saboteur, could be very useful in the right situation. A non-foil blurg. Support and overwhelm. All right. Foily Way of the Mandalore. 1 cost on a Mandalorian unit. Gives it another 2 buff. So throw this out with Bo deployed. +3 buff for 1. Not too shabby. Alright, into our uncommons. The Navi White Ice Spider. Giving advantage tokens to it. The good old T6 Shuttle. Sentinel. Buffing units. Good stuff. Morgan Elizabeth. Support for units that you want to die. You can give something else in a -2/-2. And our rare Rider Zadi. Restore 1, but when played, name a card. While this is in play, opponents can't play cards with that name. I love Swarming Vulture Droids. Have a Swarming Vulture Droid deck. I still need to update it for this set, but this would scare me with that deck. To be fair, a lot of things scare me with that deck. It's kind of easy to thwart, but I still love the idea. But yeah, here we go. My Swarming Vulture Droid Nemesis. All right. Not too bad. All right, so rare. And technically 2 rares there with the leader as well. Okay. On to pack 3. Let's see what we get. Hyperspace with Grief. Giving advantage tokens out. I was actually kind of thinking my Swarming Vulture Droid deck right now is Kaz, but Grief might be an option. Doesn't come out till 6 though. Not that I necessarily need them out. I don't know. That's a thought. Oh, hey, another hyperspace with the base. Freetown. That looks good. Full art. Let's see what we got for the token on the back. Ooh, look at that. Hyperspace shield. Nice. That's awesome art. That might be my favorite shield so far. I like it. All right, Tempest Lieutenant, just kicking off our commons. 3/2 with Overwhelm. Mos Espa Watermonger. Cycling cards, I guess. Reanimated Night Trooper, 1 cost 2/2. Also sort of cycling cards. The Heavy Bomber, dealing damage to a non-unique ground unit. Pretty much clearing it out. Here we have our Hyperspace Common, full of surprises. Returning an upgrade and giving a shield token to a unit. Flanking TIE Interceptor, 2/2 with support. A New Order, giving out the advantage tokens. Turning the Tide. This is kind of a different, like the other card, I forget what it was called already, the 4 cost, like Overwhelming Barrage Light. This is kind of going a different way, dealing 1 damage for every friendly unit, so it's advantageous if you have a swarm. Preparation. 2/1 buff for 1, but it does exhaust. Oh, there's our foil. Watermonger, common. Huyang, kicking off our uncommons. Giving a debuff to an upgraded unit. Stolen ETA Shuttle or ETA, not sure which. Hidden, well, you have the initiative. This is a 5/5. Ooh, that looks good. Uncommon Razor Crest with the hyperspace treatment. Discarding cards from my hand, giving you a +2. And our rare is the Blade of Talzin. So, if this upgrade was on a friendly knight unit, return it from a discard pile to your hand. So, on the right units, it just keeps coming back. Okie doke. So that was pack 3. I am expecting in one of these next 2 to probably pull a legendary. Right now, I think we are on par with a number of rares of the Carbonite. So anything in these next packs is going to be a bonus. Alright. We have Moff Gideon. Sort of ramp by defeating Imperials in a way, and then getting all kinds of extra keywords on them. Be pretty cool with grit. Alright. Dragon Snake Bog on Dagobah. That's our base. Into the commons, kicking it off with the Tempest Lieutenant again. Mos Espa Watermonger again. Deja Vu. The Naughty Nomad. Shielded 1/2. Galvanized Leap. Running a unit that was damaged this phase. Oh, look at that. Pretty. This is our common hyperspace. The 2/2 support restore 1. Love this in my Vader deck. Pilot Vader. Open Circle Ace. 1 cost 2/2. Fang Fighter Squadron. Again, that 5/5 with support. A Womperette. 2/1 hidden. Faith in the Empire. Common upgrade that costs less than an Imperial. Our Foily Foil is an Amnesty Officer. Common. And may exhaust somebody with a keyword. Our uncommons, we've got Barra Sophie. Healing damage. Giving out advantage tokens. Another Razor Crest. Not hyperspace this time. Shin Hati's Fiend Fighter. Giving out advantage tokens. That's a decent when defeated, when it's only 1 health. And our rare... Hey, Neil! I don't think I have him yet. I might. I don't remember. But When played on attack, the next unit you play this phase with 1 or less power enters play ready. How about that? All right, so I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rares. And wrong side. Left side. Okay. This pack statistically should have a legendary. Let's see. Let's see if statistics hold. Do we get something exciting? Well, we do get a rare leader in Grand Admiral Thrawn. A very conditional restore too. What does he do on the flip side? He wants you to go wide. All right. Kind of a related base, right? Ancient Hedge. That showed them the path to Thrawn. All right, kicking off the commons. Got something different this time. We got the Covert Believers. 5 cost 4/5, creating the Mandalorian tokens. Exploit advantage again. Shida Pirate Skiff. 4/5 Saboteur. Another rear guard, not hyperspace this time. But our hyperspace common is the Star Viper. Another Warrior's Legacy. Emperor's Messenger, readying a resource as a support. Rebel Infiltrators. 5 cost 4/6 with Restore and Saboteur. Kind of cool art. Okay, ATST Raider, also very cool art. Ambush with another 9 unique unit. Ooh, look at that. Shiny foil. The Tempest Lieutenant. I think all of our foils are commons. Halo, kicking off the uncommons. The support is when attack ends, if the defending unit was defeated, give a shield token to this unit. That's kind of nice. I don't know what this is from. Is this like the new Razor Crest? I don't know. The Kachirho Militia. Bunch of Wookiees. Hidden. And ready this unit if an enemy attacks your base. Well, enemy ground unit. Mayor's Majordomo. Exhausting a unit. Discarding a card from your hand. Boy, that seems costly. Unless you're trying to discard. Hey, we did get a legendary. How about that? With Elzar Man. Control Force Leader, he enters play ready. Grogu. All right. There we go. So, 1 legendary, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rares, technically. Out of this, all of our hyperspace foils were common, though. Whereas out of here, we had 1 rare and 1 uncommon. So, with this, would you rather 5 regular or 1 carbonite with not as much, bulk? You got some cool artwork on some of these things. On what I'd say are somewhat useful cards depending on your deck. Say Mr. Enoch. And you got yourself a Prestige Gauntlet. Kind of hard. I mean, if you're looking for Elzar, yeah, maybe the 5. If you're looking for Bo-Katan's Gauntlet, maybe this. So, tell me what you think. 5 regular, 1 carbonite. Let's see those totals. Carbonite. regular. Switch them, flip them, fade away. Got to keep the editor on his toes. But yeah, thanks for joining. That was the third week, and we'll see what we get next time. Are we gonna hit another crazy pull, or will it be maybe a bit more? I'd call this normal, kind of normal expectation out of 5 versus 1 Carbonite. But yeah, thanks for joining. See you again next time.